Put some points up in bunches here in this one. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
After I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Turn it up! Turn it up!
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go! Boom! Land it! Go! Over! All right, here we go. 3-19!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
So a 3rd and 8.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. Now let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit. Over.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And able to complete it to Green Beckham. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now back to throw. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Ronald Darby's selection makes a general manager look good. A terrific ball hawk who is eager to tackle in the run game.
clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Here we go now.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They're going to look to throw. Green Beckham has it over the middle. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking deep in the 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out come the Bills. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Denzel Perryman, a linebacker out of the University of Miami, knows how to play downhill and arrive with an oomph.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Grand 38. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession.
Let's go. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Watch twist. Ohio. Ohio. Check 50.
They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Here we go. Grand 38. Ohio.
And they'll run it here. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Bills a first down.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Shift together here from the D-line.
Come on, let's go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Flex round. Let's go. Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Here we go. Grand 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look.
Ohio. Ohio. Watch the twin. Ohio. Check 26. Check 26. Ohio.
Time to step aside. Back to Buffalo after this. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And the Raiders pick it up. Shreds the tackle. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
23 yards on the play. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be... And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back to throw again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back. Offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. second down now after the incompletion.
Let's go. Black round. Black round. Ohio.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. And that takes us from